Jovan, boy, I got to tell you, from this way, after that first half, it looked like you guys couldn't get anything going. The defense really wrapped up the entire second half, and then the scoring started, with about 11, 12 minutes to go in that second half. What was the mood like in the locker room after that disappointing first half?
Well, we knew that's not our style of play. We knew that's not who we are. And in basketball, if things aren't going well on the offensive end, we know that defense can help. So we just had to get into the mentality of playing hard and just playing with toughness, and I think we did that.
Do you always feel like the way you guys defend gives yourself a chance to get back in games, even if it's a 19-point deficit?
Yeah, I think in basketball, period, some days shots aren't going to go in, but you can always give effort on defense. When you get stops, those create opportunities for offense, so I think that's what we did.
Coach mixed some things up a little bit. We were a little surprised starting that second half. You see Isaiah Shaw and Kobe Knox out there, and Kobe makes a great defensive play. Isaiah drains a three. Did that kind of get everybody going a little bit, or was it just kind of like, hey, in that locker room, you guys said, look, we got to change this?
I think it got everybody going. Coach did a good job with that. Our players did a good job. Everyone's prepared. Like you said, they came in and made 2 big-time plays, so we needed that.
Now, Coach always draws some great ATOs for you. At the end of the game there, when he calls that baseline play where you inbound and Gabe sets the screen for you, you knew that shot was coming to you to ice the game, didn't you?
Yeah, of course. We run that play last year. I've been with Jovan 2 years. I think we ran it twice or for the last 2 years. So I had a feeling it was coming to me, and then when I found out it was coming to me, I just knew I had to put my big boy pants on.
You've only run that twice?
This year?
I think you might run that a little bit more. That tends to work out pretty well.
Well, and tonight your shot wasn't going. But you just strike me as the type of player where you're not thinking about all the misses from three-point range earlier. You're just expecting to make the next one?
Yeah, of course. At the end of the day, I want to win the game. So whatever that has to do, if it's I'm 0 shots for the night and I'm getting teammates assists or vice versa, I just want to win the game.
One of the big strengths of this squad was it's a pretty deep bench. You got a lot of guys that could come in and play. In that first half, really nothing was happening. Coach was rolling through a lot of different guys. In that second half, you had Isaiah come off the bench. You had Kobe come off the bench. Noah couldn't get it going. Then he hits a big three. Everybody kind of stepped up at the exact right time that you needed it in that second half.
Yeah, credit to our players and the time we put in the gym. Like I said, everyone was prepared. The stands and the fans probably got to us early. Just being antsy and stuff. So I think we had to slow it down and find out who we are.
What do you think it does for you, the manner that you won this game and the quality of team you're playing? That's an NCAA tournament team that is expected to win the Big Sky again, and they were ready for you.
I mean, great team. Like you said, won the NCAA team. I think this was a good lesson for us. We were down almost 20 points in the first half, and to come back, I feel like we learned a lot of lessons from it. So if we could take this film and learn from it, it would be great.
Looked like a pretty physical ball game out there. You had a lot of drives where you hit the deck. They were letting you guys play out there.
Yeah, for sure. We knew coming in that we needed to be tough, so that's what we did. Some players ended up on the floor, but we're a tough team. We can get through that.
It feels like the kind of game that throughout the season you guys probably will talk about this one amongst yourselves a lot. Like anytime you might face a deficit again, and like now this is in the back of your head. You don't want to do this too often.
Oh yeah, we said that in the locker room. We don't want to get used to this, but like you said, this is an example of who we are and who we can be. But we don't want to get comfortable playing like that. Second half, yes, but not the whole game.
You were down 19, had him right where you wanted him, right? I mean, that's how you drew it up, right? I'm sure Coach is going to want to work on some stuff. You guys this is the toughest schedule you've had in the Bryce Drew era. I mean, obviously starting out with a team that's picked to win the Big Sky, has a Defensive Player of the Year in the Big Sky here again. You got San Diego Christian on Wednesday, but then you go right on the road to Nevada. I mean, there's not a lot of breaks in this schedule for you guys.
Yeah, so we know that. We know we got to take care of our bodies. We have to focus on scout. It's 3 games in this little week, so we have to prepare for it. The conference tournament, it's game after game, so we're just preparing for that.
The nice part for you, when you guys had that big run in the middle of the second half when you came back, you weren't having to score during that stretch. You have all sorts of weapons at your disposal now, right?
Yeah, so with that, I think when we first started first half, we were kind of ball watching whenever somebody had the ball. Second half, I told every player, if you get the ball off the rebound, push it. I'm playing off of you. So I think that's what we did.
That first half is probably the quietest I've heard this capacity crowd ever. They kind of tried. They kind of started to trust you guys a little bit, but boy, about that 12, 13-minute mark, they were crazy the rest of the way. How does that do for you guys once you guys start? Okay, we're starting to feel it, and then the crowd comes along too.
We know that we got to play basketball whether there's a crowd there or not. Our Havocs, though, we loved them. So when they were not as enthusiastic, we knew we had to pick it up and get them going with us. And when they're going with us, that just pushes us even more.
Well, it was super exciting to call the game. Don't do it anymore because we're old. We can't handle that anymore, Jovan. But super exciting, and I know it's all smiles now. Congratulations. Fantastic second half, and you guys get the victory and the first one of many. And, oh, by the way, you scored 18 points. You're now number 14 on the all-time scoring list at GCU history. You needed 17. You got one extra. Did you know that was out there even?
Didn't know that.
All right. Don't worry about it. We'll
all.
tell you at the postgame every time when you pass another milestone. Congrats on the victory.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
That's Jovan Blacksher Jr.